6:45, this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Danushka Madhavala, read by Saundi Thavam. The Sandhahiru Saya will be vested with the Venerable Mahasangha while opening the sacred site for devotees today. Today is Il Full Moon Poya Day. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa marks the first anniversary since ascension to the presidency tomorrow. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa turns 76. It is assured that there is no fuel shortage in the country. The central bank says both the manufacturing and service sectors of Sri Lanka expanded in October 2021. In world news, Germany hit by full force of COVID. The Sandhahiru Saya will be vested to the Venerable Mahasangha while opening the sacred site for devotees today. The ceremony will be held with the participation of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa this evening. The families of the deceased veteran war heroes and differently abled brave men will arrive at the stupa premises for the opening day ceremony to witness the blessed noble event. The Venerable Mahasangha and a number of distinguished invitees will arrive at the crest gem unveiling ceremony, which will be graced by His Excellency the President and the Honourable Prime Minister. 2,000 years after the first of the great Dagapas was constructed, a huge new stupa, the Sandhahiru Saya, is rising on the south side of Anuradhapura, commissioned by then-President Mahinda Rajapaksa in 2010. Designed to reach 85 metres in height, with a circumference of 244 metres, it will eventually rise above the ancient Dagapas of Jethavanarama and Abhegiri. The Sandhahiru Saya is being constructed with over 30 million bricks and will be plastered and then whitewashed when finished. Controversially, this is just one of the 9 new stupas planned on the orders of the President in appreciation of the noble service rendered by the armed forces and the police to defeat terrorism and bring lasting peace to the country. However, some have objected to the principle of dedicating a Buddhist monument to the action of the Sri Lankan military. The pace of construction and the flow of funds have slowed in recent years, so it could be many years before the huge Dagapa is finished. Today is Il Full Moon Poya Day. This is the last Poya of the Vasana rainy season. With the end of Il Poya, the Katina Pinkama also ends. The Katina Pinkama is considered one of the highest deeds in Buddhism. During this time, the Buddhist monks stay inside their premises due to heavy rains. This roughly happens for 3 months. A number of events took place on Il Full Moon Poya Day. The announcement of the future Buddhahood of Maitreya Bodhisattva, the first Buddhist missionary activity by 60 Arahats, Jatila brothers entering the Buddhist order. Many religious activities have been organized at Buddhist temples island-wide to mark this Full Moon Poya Day today, adhering to the COVID-19 health guidelines. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa marks the first anniversary since ascension to the presidency tomorrow. The president secured a clear mandate at the last presidential election held on November 16, 2019, for the implementation of his election manifesto, Vistas of Prosperity and Splendour, which contained the national program that was crafted during nearly 4 years by incorporating his vision with the ideas and recommendations of national organizations. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa was sworn in as the 7th executive president of the country at the historical Ruanveli Mahasaya premises on November 18, 2019. Born in Palatua in the Matara district, the president played a pivotal role in ending the nearly 30-year-long terrorism by defeating the LTT terrorists in 2009 as then Secretary of Defence. An alumnus of Ananda College, Colombo, he also gained a Master's in Defence Studies from the University of Madras in India. The president succeeded in changing the landscape of the Colombo city by providing houses for the people living in underdeveloped houses in the city. He also pioneered in beautification of the country's commercial capital as then Secretary of the Ministry of Urban Development. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa is the first non-traditional politician in the country to ascend the top rung of the government through an election. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa turns 76 today. He assumed office as the Prime Minister exactly 2 months after passing the significant milestone of completing 50 years in Parliament. The people of Kurunegala gave him a massive endorsement at the last general election. 527,364 preferential votes, which no other candidate has ever received. Having first entered the August Assembly on June 7, 1970, following the general elections of May 27, 1970, Prime Minister Rajapaksa is among a handful of politicians who have completed the milestone of 50 years in politics in Sri Lanka. Politics came naturally to young Mahinda, whose father, D.A. Rajapaksa, was a founding member of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party in 1951. When Mahinda Rajapaksa entered Parliament, just 3 years after the death of his father, he was only 24 and the youngest MP in the House, as well as in the government led by Prime Minister Sirimavo Bandaranayake. This was a record that could not be broken for 30 long years. Today, as Prime Minister, he has the unique distinction of carrying on his legacy under his brother, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The coronavirus pandemic has once again brought his leadership qualities to the fore at a time when the country needs it most. The chairman of the Ceylon Petroleum Storage Terminals Limited, Uwais Mohammed, said that there was sufficient fuel in the country. He told a media briefing that 40,000 metric tons of diesel was being unloaded at Muthurajawala. In addition, 36,000 metric tons of petrol is expected today, he added. The CPSTL chairman assured the public that there is no reason to panic unnecessarily. That came to you in local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Central Bank's Purchasing Managers Index survey released Tuesday showed that both the manufacturing and service sectors of Sri Lanka expanded in October 2021. Indicating a strong revival in manufacturing activities in the country, the manufacturing PMI reached a 7-month high at 60.4 in October 2021, with an increase of 6.1 index points compared to the previous month. This increase in manufacturing PMI was attributable to the increases observed in all the sub-indices. Significant increases were observed in new orders and production, particularly in the manufacture of food and beverages and textiles and apparel sectors during the month. Meanwhile, employment also increased during the month compared to the previous month, with the relaxation of travel restrictions in the country. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Watch Life is brought to you by
Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Health experts warn of a rapid rise in dengue fever in the wake of the monsoon rains. The Health Ministry reported that 16,042 people have contracted the mosquito-borne viral disease this year, with the ongoing monsoon raids and flooding, which provides perfect breeding sites for mosquitoes that have led to a surge in cases since the beginning of November. 2,195 new dengue cases were reported across Sri Lanka in the past 2 weeks, nearly double the rate during last year's monsoon period. That came to in Watchlight World News up next.
If you follow technical and vocational education and training courses, select a course registered and accredited institute by TVEC. Be aware on unregistered institutes which are promoting without having registration. Visit www.tvec.gov.lk for more information. Message from Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Coming up, World News.
Making headlines this morning, Germany hit by full force of COVID. A state of emergency has been declared in British Columbia, Canada, and lawsuit alleges that the Rust script didn't call for gun to be fired by Alec Baldwin. Germany is in the grip of a dramatic fourth COVID wave, Chancellor Angela Merkel has said on the eve of a crisis meeting with regional leaders. Daily infections hit a new German record of 52,826 yesterday as European governments responded to a surge on much of the continent. Belgium announced a series of measures in an attempt to avoid a lockdown. Children in Belgium will have to wear masks from the age of 10 rather than the current age of 12. Working from home will become compulsory from Saturday for 4 days a week. Passes known as COVID-safe tickets will be required in theatres, cinemas and museums. A third booster vaccination will be rolled out for all Belgians by the end of April 2022. Austria, which imposed a lockdown on an estimated 2 million unvaccinated people on Monday, reported record daily infections on Wednesday. The Netherlands, which also reported record cases, has brought in a partial lockdown already. A state of emergency has been declared in the Canadian western province of British Columbia after a major storm cut road and rail links in the region. The Canadian Armed Forces are being deployed to help thousands of stranded residents who have been trapped since the storm hit overnight on Sunday. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau pledged assistance during a visit to Washington, D.C. and said that troops would help rebuild. One woman was killed in a landslide and 2 people are missing. A lawsuit against Alec Baldwin alleges that a film script did not require him to fire a gun when he fatally shot cinematographer Halyna Hutchins. Script supervisor Marmy Michelle, who called the police after the shooting on the New Mexico film set, filed the suit. Her lawyer accused the actor of playing Russian roulette when he fired the gun without checking it. Mr. Baldwin and the film's producers, who were also named in the lawsuit, have not yet commented. The Hollywood actor had previously shared comments from a crew member rejecting suggestions that the film set was unsafe. Authorities are still investigating the 21st October shooting that took place on the set of the Western film Rust. No criminal charges have been brought against anyone. To conclude this bulletin of world news, the headlines once again. Germany hit by full force of COVID. A state of emergency has been declared in British Columbia, Canada. And lawsuit alleges that the Rust script didn't call for a gun to be fired by Alec Baldwin. That concludes this bulletin of world news.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take all out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070-400-1928.
The Petah floating market in Bastian Mawatha in Petah will be redesigned with several new features and will be reopened on December 10th by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. The Colombo Business Association Secretary General Shaminda Vidanagamage said they have now taken an initiative along with the Urban Development Authority to turn the venue to a mega entertainment hub, mainly attracting tourists, and came to you in Development News.
Development News was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070-400-1928.
Moving on with sports news.
Mercedes will make their case for a review of the decision not to penalise Max Verstappen at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix to officials today. The Red Bull driver was not punished for forcing Lewis Hamilton off the track as the 7-time champion tried to overtake. The hearing is to establish whether the criteria for a review of the decision have been met. Mercedes must demonstrate that there is significant and relevant new element unavailable at the time of the decision. The new evidence is believed to include onboard camera footage of the incident from both cars. This was not released until Tuesday, nearly 48 hours after the incident took place. Representatives from Red Bull have also been summoned to the meeting and came to you in sports news.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U-Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Apple has announced a self-service repair program so customers who are comfortable can fix their own devices. At launch in early 2022 in the US, it will cover replacing the batteries, screens and cameras of recent iPhones. But Apple's new repair store will sell more than 200 parts and tools. It comes after months of increasing pressure on Apple from the grassroots repair-to-repair movement, which wants individuals and independent repair shops to be able to fix electronics. That came to you in Business News. Economic News up next.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Moving on to economic news, the Embassy of Sri Lanka in Moscow, in collaboration with the National Gem and Jewellery Authority of Sri Lanka and the Russian Club of Jewellery Trade, organised a B2B virtual session meeting between the Sri Lankan gem and jewellery exporters and the Russian jewellery companies recently, with the objective of promoting Sri Lankan precious stones in Russia. The virtual B2B promotion was attended by around 35 Russian jewellery trading and manufacturing companies and aroused keen interest in the Sri Lankan gem and jewellery industry. That's economic news.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning. With video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
Showers or thundershowers will occur at times in the northern, north central, northwestern and southern provinces and in the Trincomalee district. Fairly heavy showers about 75 millimeters can be expected at some places. Several spells of showers will occur in the western and Sabaragamuwa provinces. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places elsewhere, particularly during the afternoon or night. Fairly heavy showers above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places. The general public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning. With video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
To conclude this bulletin of news, a recap of the headlines. The Sandhahiru Saya will be vested with the Venerable Mahasangha while opening the sacred site for devotees today. Today is Il Full Moon Poya Day. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa marks the first anniversary since ascension to the presidency tomorrow. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa turns 76. It is assured that there is no fuel shortage in the country. The central bank says both the manufacturing and service sectors of Sri Lanka expanded in October 2021. And Germany hit by full force of COVID. That concludes this morning's news broadcast, and now